TINKERS CONSTRUCT addon for Minecraft Bedrock Edition was given its first update. Today in this video, I want to go through the official changelog, but I'm also going to bring you some tutorials, guides, tips, and tricks with the features you have been struggling with. Just as a quick reminder, anyone who has been purchasing add-ons and needs to update them, head over to the marketplace. On the left-hand side, you're going to see this. It looks like a bookcase. Tap on that, then tap on add-ons and scroll down quite regularly, and you'll see that this has an exclamation mark. That indicates that these specific add-ons do have an update. Mojang and Minecraft and Microsoft don't do a really good job on telling players that we do have specific updates available, so always keep an eye on here, especially with something really complex like the TINKERS CONSTRUCT addon, which will be updated quite frequently. Obviously, make sure you update. I'm not going to do this right now because I want to focus on some of the bugs that have been fixed. One of the problems players established before this update is if you put something like molten gold bucket inside of the smeltery and then you took it out, it would actually be converted into emerald. I can confirm in the latest updates, this has been fixed. Let me show you. When you have updated this add-on, you will be given a changelog book. Kind of explains as to why it wasn't on the main screen. And in fact, I really like this. Before we go through it though, in this version, as you can see here, if we go ahead and place this inside of here and then take it out, you can see it stays as the molten gold bucket. It does not change anymore to emerald. Here is the official changelog I was given from the developers of this add-on. It's all explained in the changelog book. If you are having issues or you have discovered a bug and it's not mentioned in this list, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will pass on your information. If you're also struggling with any aspect of this add-on, let me know in the comment section. I'll happily make some more guides and tutorials. So let's read the changelog because a few things have been added and a few things have been tweaked. They said, "Greetings, Tinkerers. We're excited to announce the arrival of Update 1. This update focuses on improving clarity and streamlining some early game crafting processes. Additions added more descriptive text to materials and items for improved clarity. Added plant fiber obtained by breaking tall grass and can be used to craft string. All you need to do is go ahead and break yourself some tall grass and you can get plant fiber. And it explains here, used to craft string. Now you can still get regular seeds and you can still, in fact, get the beans as well. You just need to go ahead and break all of these. It only works for tall grass, but you can still break the regular in order to get seeds. And I think the beans as well. You will not get plant fiber from the small versions though. Then inside of a crafting table, to make yourself some string, it's just going to be 4 plant fiber and the outcome will be 2 string. Also available is they added recipe for crafting string from wool. So you can now go ahead and shear a sheep, grab yourself some wool, put this inside of here. It's completely shapeless and in return, you'll be given 4 string. I do want to try this with a different colored sheep though. This one being light gray. It does also work as well, which I think is a really cool feature. Also introduced is they added lore descriptions to copper cans and buckets. There's a little bit more information about this when you scroll down. It says, ingots now produce 100 MB, and that stands for millibuckets of molten, liquid, and raw materials. They now produce 200 MB of molten liquid. So if we go inside of here, you can see I've got the blazing lava. This has 1000 MB, which is millibuckets. This is the molten diamond can, and this has 200 MB. One thing I would like to outline is I spoke to the developers because things really didn't make sense. And you'll see here that they said melter increased capacity to 10 buckets, smeltery increased capacity to 40 buckets, and seed tank increased capacity to 20 buckets. That information is wrong. As the creator of this said, it should say melter capacity increased to hold 1000 MB of liquid, smeltery capacity increased to hold 4000 MB buckets of liquid, and of course the seed tank capacity increased to hold 2000 MB buckets of liquid. That information in the changelog book is slightly wrong, so ignore it. If we go ahead and put some raw gold inside of here, and then we take this out with a bucket, this takes out 1000 MB. So that now means the smeltery can hold up to 4000 MB, and the seared tank can hold up to 2000 MB, which would in fact be 2 buckets. This seems to be like a visual issue. Some of you guys are having the same problem where it just keeps flashing, but we have here 4 buckets of molten gold buckets. So we tap on this, that's going to be 1. Tap on it again, that's going to be 2. Tap on it again, that's going to be 3. And tap on it again, that's going to be 4. Interestingly enough, ingots will produce 100 milli buckets. I find that quite confusing because I think an ingot is harder to obtain versus a raw material. The raw material will produce 200 milli buckets. Personally think that that should be vice versa. So those are the new features. Let's get into some of the biggest questions you guys had in the comment section. The number one question you kept asking me is, how do I make myself diamond tools and weapons? More specifically, how do I make myself a cleaver? I did forget to mention this in my first video, so I do apologize. You are going to need one of the Tinker's Anvil. It can be iron, it can be diamond, or it could be copper. You are, of course, going to need yourself a diamond cleaver guard or whatever kind of tool you're wanting to make. And you're going to need yourself the diamond cleaver blade or any tool that you need. Unfortunately, this is not shapeless. So in order to make this, the cleaver needs to go on the top right, and this needs to go in the middle. And I hope that this does change. And as you can see, we can make it. So it doesn't really matter which one you put this in. I think they all work the same. I don't actually think this was explained in the official book, but I apologize. That's on me. I just really hope that it becomes shapeless, because a lot of people were struggling with this. Obviously, once you've made this, you want to go to the next level. How do I make myself a netherite version? Come on, you guys are a lot smarter than that. Doesn't work inside of a Tinker's Anvil. You still need the smithing table for this. Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit too tough on you guys, because my initial thought was put this inside of there, then this inside of there, then the diamond cleaver inside of there. But you'll notice that doesn't actually work. And the reason why is, in order for this to work, you are going to need the specific parts. So let's grab all of these, for example. You need to upgrade these individually. That means you still need the netherite upgrade template, and you still need netherite itself. And you've got to do these individually. Whether it's going to be the cleaver blade, or whether it's going to be the guard, or it's going to be the dagger, or it's going to be the shovel heads, or the swords, etc. You see what I mean? It still needs to be upgraded just like vanilla Minecraft. And a lot of people really struggled with that. Another very popular question is, how do I get cobalt? Now, because people are using this not only in new worlds, but also pre-existing, the way you get this is it will generate around piglins and where they naturally spawn. Let me show you. Whenever you see a group of piglins inside of your world, there is a chance that around them, Ardite, or if you're lucky, cobalt will actually generate. And the reason why is because a lot of you in a pre-existing world might have done a lot of exploring. Now, this is a rarity. And if you would like to get this, you are going to have to be incredibly patient. So make sure you get yourself a very good armor set. Gold, so you don't get attacked. Another popular question, can you make the smeltery bigger, or does it actually have to be in this formation? I asked the developers this, and they said it has to be this size for now, only because the coding would be too large. There is a possibility of it being introduced in the future. What a lot of people have started to do, though, is use glass here rather than using this, just because you can actually see how much is available inside of there. Whether you have the red outline or not, it is still going to work. In fact, a lot of PC players actually said they really wish that they had the red outline when this mod was first introduced to the game. A lot of you have been talking about molten netherite. You can't place it to make a guard. Remember, you have to use the smithing table for that, but you can place it inside of here and in doing so, it will convert it into a netherite block. For those having problems with the iron tools, so your iron tools will actually mine this lapis, but unfortunately in the coding, they forgot to add the deep slate layer. So obviously iron is well known for having the ability to break lapis, of course. So you'll notice with the deep slate layer, it doesn't actually work. Can confirm this is a bug, and they do plan to fix it. Shout out to the guy who said he was using my comment section as a subreddit. I shared this with the developers. Hopefully they go ahead and fix it. Some of you said that you couldn't place diamonds inside of here. You can place diamonds inside of there. Sometimes it does bug out, and yeah, I had that issue, the same issue you guys are experiencing, but you can place diamonds inside of there. I just had to go ahead and break this and replace it, but yeah, we do have diamonds in there. If you are struggling with anything else inside of this add-on, please feel free to leave a comment down below. This add-on will be updated regularly, so I will be bringing more tutorials, guides, tips, and tricks. In fact, I plan to do this with all of the add-ons that do see major updates. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.